Guys, welcome back. I'm Molly Sanuar. This is part 4 of throwing a really big planter. I'm so excited to have y'all back for part 4. And hopefully today is the day that it all comes together. This is the pedestal. There's no bottom. This is hollow. And then I have part 2 over here. And right now I'm kind of brainstorming what to do next. And I think what I'm going to do is switch off this pedestal. Again, that's why these black Molly Sanuar ceramic bats are so nice, because they just pop on and off of your wheel, and then you can take it off and put something else on. I guess I have to put this over here. And this is my wheel that goes crazy if I take my foot off. So I'll see. Okay, bring this closer. So when you're glad that nothing was left on your wheel, take this off. Take this off. And I did clean. If you were here with me last time, it was a mess. So if you're a potter, you know how important it is to clean and keep dust out of your studio. Now this bat is not a speedball black Molly Sanuar ceramics bat. So it doesn't have a little ledge for me to find the holes to figure out where to reconnect it. So I've just got to find the holes. We need to make a really big black Molly Sanuar ceramics speedball bat. There's a hole. Okay, now that I found one hole, find the other one. There it is. And then I can kind of eyeball where those screws are and get this on there. Okay, she's on. So now I'm going to try to trim off some of the extra thickness. Listen. Thinner, thicker. So we're going to trim off some of that thickness. And this is an off-centered pot. We're just going to go with it. I'm just going to remove some of the thickness, make sure it's not too off-centered before I add the next piece. And then I'm thinking, which one do I add to which? Do I add that one to this one, or do I add this one to that one? Okay. Okay. Then I should probably put a lug, because the lip isn't as wet today. It's a little dry, so it might want to fly off. But I'm also not trimming that much. So I might not attach any lugs. And now I'm thinking it's going to get all over my studio, and I did just clean. I guess you got to always clean. So I'm about to go out of town for spring break. I don't know if y'all know, but I love my house plants. I bring them in the winter for my garden. I love my garden. I have all these planters that I've made, hence this planter. This planter is going to become one of my planters that will end up in my house during the winters. And I'm a little nervous. Been gone for a week. Are they going to just die? All my house plants? I'm going to water them really good. And then hopefully they'll be okay. I think they'll be fine. So yeah, this planter is going to go in my collection. If you've been following my work, I always use a white glaze and a white clay body, because I love white. It goes with everything, especially in your house. Thickness check. So this will be a white glazed planter. I only glaze the outside because my mom told me that plants they like a not glazed interior for the roots, something for the roots. And I think I found that to be true. Like a glazed pot, the plant's not as happy. Okay, I'm also trying to create these horizontal lines as like a surface design element. Okay, now as I'm getting closer here, I'm going to measure the lip of this one, which I'm going to put up here. Okay. So the lip of this one, I need this diameter here. So I just want to round that out just a little bit, just a little bit. So removing this thickness is also going to make it lighter, but it'll also hopefully ensure I don't get a crack. Because if it's thin and thick, you can get a crack. Okay, so we're just going to level this out, round it off. Round this. Okay. So all this I can reuse. This can all be recycled. In fact, you can see how wet that still is. More. You take off more. Just a little. Okay. So now the question is, do I stack this onto this or do I stack this onto that? Let's see, it's still a little on the soft side. I think I just squeezed it in. Okay, let's turn this wheel off so it doesn't go flying. And I think I'm gonna flip it over. Gotta be careful of these handles. What I should do is get another mat and sandwich flip it. And I do have one of the Black Molly Sanders ceramic speed ball bats that fits now that I've trimmed it. Okay. Oh, gotta lift it off the wheel, and I'm gonna sandwich flip this over. Okay. There she goes. Now I can press this bottom down because it was starting to concave a little bit. And I can kind of see if I can reshape it. Okay, let me see what this is looking like. And then this will go on this. Okay. Let's do it. I should put this back upside down again, but I want the bottom to dry flat. So we're gonna move this one over. This one is it dry enough? Let's torch it a little bit because I'm gonna, I think, just put this one on top of this. And so if this base is not dry enough, then it's not gonna be strong enough, because if it's wet, then it's weak and it could collapse, which very might happen. But I'm leaving town, like I mentioned earlier, for a week. And so if I don't connect these two pieces now, they'll probably dry out while I'm gone. So I've got to connect these, and then I have a live Zoom meeting with my March Throwing with Molly members. Our first Zoom meeting is tonight. The Throwing with Molly membership is just where a community of clay enthusiasts are growing. I have a private Instagram account where I share all my tips and tricks for working with clay, like teaching videos, because I'm a high school ceramics teacher. And I have my own art business where I make and sell my work. So many things, and I make these bats with speed, all these things. But anyways, this might collapse, but I need to get it attached tonight. So a favorite scoring tool is a gift from my mother, from her mother, and her mother, and it's passed down, this oyster fork. And I bet a lot of people are like, why would you use it in clay? But my mom gave it to me after I did a workshop with Andrea Keys Connell. And she used a fork for scoring and slipping. And so then my mom saw that a fork was a tool, and she had this tool, and it's monogrammed with an R for Rothart, my mom's maiden name. And she gifted it to me as like, use this in your studio and channel all the women who came before you. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I just scored with my ancestors' oyster fork, slipping, and I'm going to score again. Okay, slippity slip slip, score again. See? So satisfying, so quick, so easy. Thank you, grandmas, great grandmas, all you grandmas, mom. All right, I should get the slip off now. That would make it easier later. Wring out my sponge. And thinking of all these women in my life, it's Women's History Month. So in the Throne of Molly membership, every month, I give all the members and myself, I try to partake as well. We get a challenge every month. So this month's challenge is hashtag TWM, Throne of Molly. You can also look up hashtag TWM challenges. This one is hashtag TWM Women's History Month challenge. And we're all going to be challenged to put a woman who has inspired us from history on a pot somehow. So can't wait to see what I will create. All right, turn this off. That's scored and slipped. Now I'm thinking I could incorporate a fork. Like a fork could symbolize, I don't know, I've got to think about that. I think it's a challenge for me. All right, this one needs to be flipped upside down again so I can score and slip it. What I'm going to do, I guess. Okay, here we go. Flip. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh. Okay. Find those. Where are they? Oh my gosh. This thing is not light. There's one. There we go. Okay. Screws. Whenever I try to put a bat on and it doesn't go on, I always think of the student that I had. He was a transfer football player who was not familiar with throwing on the wheel, but he was really good at football. And he could not get the bat on the wheel. And it frustrated him so much that he would throw the bat and kick things. And I was like, no, just take your time. So I always think of him and I'm like, okay, let me just relax. Let me just get one of these holes on here. And then I can get the other one on. Okay. Just get one of them. This is why the speedball bats are so nice. Okay, there we go. There we go. Woo, we're on there. Now I can center this, score and slip it and flip it back on that. And then we're going to wrap it up. And then this one's done. Unless it collapses. I guess I just let it ring. I'm not used to going live on here, guys. Okay, get the fork, score, slip, score again. Oh, this is where did I leave the fork? I let y'all know because you've been paying attention. Here it is. Okay, it would probably help to measure this, measure where this should be. Okay. Whoop. Put it this way. It's a bit off center. We see that, right? It's a bit off center. We're just going to go with it. We are just going to go with it. Score. Slip. Slip is just water and clay, like a little yogurt mix. Here we go. Slip, slip. Score. Kind of want to slip one more time, and I kind of want to score slightly. And slip, score. I think that it's going to be good. Now, this one needs to come off. Need to be a little more organized over here, but it's okay. This is just going to come here. And then this is going to come on, then we're going to flip it. This is when, see, look, you just put your finger right there on the 3 dots, and then you kind of know. It also helps that it's a smaller batch. Okay. I feel like I should turn that off and stand up and do this, because this is going to get flipped over. Can I pick it up? Yes. Okay. Woo. Okay, maybe I can look. Does it look even? Is it going to collapse? Is it going to collapse? Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I think I love it. I think I love it. Okay, turn it on slow. We're going to blend the seam. Slow. Yes. Just blending the seam. Rotate, rotate, slow, because she's not centered. Cleaning the slip up as I go. Compressing the clay as it rotates. Patiently. Patience is a virtue. I'm saying to myself the things that I would tell my students to say to themselves. Rotate, breathe. Yeah. So we're focusing still on the seam, putting a rib on it to press that clay and really close that gap. Rotate, rotate, rotate until that seam looks good. Okay. Right there. Okay, so there she is. We're going to wrap her fully in plastic. Let the 2 pieces become one. Cover the slip. Turn this wheel off. Maybe clean up. Should just walk away. Say that out loud. I should just walk away. I can just clean a little of this. Okay, I'm really glad that I ended the handles just for functionality's sake. And at some point I need to put drainage holes in here and then also throw a catch tray so that when you water your plants, or maybe it doesn't need a catch tray because it will just go on like a, doesn't need one. Okay. Well, guys, it only took 4 parts, but I think, well, there's probably more to it. But thanks for tuning in. If you didn't see parts 1, 2, 3, they're out there. And now I have to go do all my checklists for packing, and I'm so excited. Okay, is the wheel turned off? No, turn that off. Look from above, see if we can get this a little more round before she dries completely. Okay, stop. Stop, right? Tell me to stop, guys. Oh, just also, if I can smooth out texture now, it'll be much easier later. So that's also what I'm kind of can't stop myself. Smooth it out, smooth it out. Check the seam out. Okay, wrap it up, walk away. Time to get to this Zoom meeting. Guys, if you want a place to talk about ceramics and clay and your goals and your questions, go visit my website, Molly Sanior Ceramics. We have a membership, and I'm off to go chat clay with them. Let's walk away. Plastic. And with all this dry clay at my studio, even though I cleaned, it's good to mist the air. So that brings that dust down. This dry plastic. I think I'm not going to tightly wrap it because there is still a lot of moisture. With the center of this pressing down. Just like that for now. We'll wrap it well later. Okay, guys, thanks for tuning in. I am going to try to get on a more regular going live schedule, but for now, I'm just going live when it works because I'm teaching high school ceramics full time, and then I've got Molly Senior Ceramics and my membership and all these things. So just going live when I can. Let me know in the comments what you want to see more of, and I'll catch y'all next time.